gonna show you guys what a full day of training looks like as a 44-year-old athlete aspiring to get to the CrossFit Games in my age group, also aspiring to compete in Hyrox at the World Championships and win my age group, and doing the Leadville 100 mountain bike race every year. There's also a lot of recovery that goes along with all of that training so I can back up the volume day in and day out. I typically train about 2 to 3 hours most days. I usually take one day where it's just light aerobic cardio, so something like a 60 to 90 minute mountain bike ride. I usually start every day with a CrossFit session. That is the hardest workout of the day for me generally. And then in the afternoon, I typically do an aerobic session, which is either running or mountain biking. And then in the afternoons, early evening, I always do a recovery session. 3 rounds of contrast therapy, going from a hot sauna into an ice barrel. So I'm gonna show you guys what the workouts look like, why I train the way I do, then the recovery process, why I do the recovery protocols I do, and why I think I get the most bang for my buck with them. Hope you guys like this video. Full day of training as a 44-year-old aspiring CrossFit Games athlete, Hyrox champion, and mountain bike racer. Good morning. Good. This is gonna be a fun session today.
I was gonna say.
I'm excited. All right, here's today's training session. We've been starting with lots of gymnastics lately, prepping for the 2025 CrossFit season. So we're gonna run 400 meters on the assault runner, and then 24 chest to bar pull-ups, rest 1 minute. Then we're gonna row 500 meters, and then 24 toes to bar. Both of these are gonna be like pretty big sets meant to go unbroken. So it's just building strength endurance with these gymnastics movements under fatigue with heart rate elevated. Then we're gonna run 400 again, 24 chest to bar, and then rest 1 minute, and then row 500 meters, and then 24 toes to bars. And then this is gonna be skill and strength work, 9 sets of 1 of this complex, 1 power snatch, 1 squat snatch, and 1 overhead squat. We're gonna rest about 90 seconds in between each of those. It's starting at like 55% of our 1 rep max, and we're building to like 75% of 1 rep max. To get stronger, you're generally working in that range of like 60 to 80% and doing anywhere from 3 to 6 sets of 1 to 5 reps. That's a lot of the CrossFit strength training component. And then the conditioning piece is gonna be kind of a strength endurance EMOM. EMOM means every minute on the minute. We do EMOMs a lot in CrossFit. 16 minutes total clock. Minute 1, we're doing 6 ring muscle ups. Minute 2, we're doing 12 back squats at 135, which is a pretty lightweight. Minute 3, we're doing 7 bar muscle ups. Minute 4, 15 scale ski. This is gonna feel pretty easy the first couple rounds, but once we get to like 12 minutes and 16 minutes, probably gonna be pretty fatigued. What we're shooting for here is like 30 seconds of work and 30 seconds of rest on the minute. So that's the CrossFit workout this morning. This is pretty typical volume in the morning. Usually there's some accessory work at the end as well. These sessions generally take about 70 to 90 minutes to complete. Training for the 2025 CrossFit Games in my age group. I age up next year into the 45 to 49 age group.
Well, you know you can't be like me. Check the mirror, see the reflection. Ain't nobody quite like me, see I'm perfection. Unique vibe, can't duplicate. Swag is so cool, every day I celebrate. No copycats, just one original. Couldn't hide out even if I wasn't visible.
All right, that was 70 minutes. 600 total calories burned. CrossFit is very different than endurance training in that it's peaks and valleys. Your heart rate goes up, your heart rate goes down. I feel like strength is always a balancing act of figuring out what is the weakness and how do I overcome that weakness. And a lot of times it might not be the actual movement. Like say, for example, back squats. Like my quads might be strong enough, but my hamstrings aren't strong enough. So I have to focus on accessory lifts to get my hamstrings stronger so I can back squat more. It's not the lift that's gonna get me stronger. It's the smaller muscle groups that I have to strengthen so that the lift gets stronger. So now I'm just gonna do a little accessory work. I'm gonna do some bicep curls, a little pump sesh, bodybuilder. Yeah, 70 minutes, we're out. All right, we're back at the house. Gonna make some breakfast, take some supplements. So post-workout, I like to do carbs and protein. So seeing what we have in here in the fridge, looks like we have some rice. So gonna do some rice and some eggs, do some bacon too. Generally, I go in between 2 different breakfasts. Breakfast is either 4 eggs, either some bacon or some chicken sausage, rice or fruit, honey for a carb, or I'll make a smoothie or smoothie bowl. I try to get in about 40 grams of protein with this meal, and then I'll also take my supplements post-workout too. Some of these I feel like they digest a little bit better with food, especially omega-3s and beef organs, liver, all of that good stuff. So what I'm taking now is some creatine. I'm gonna take 5 grams. I had 5 grams this morning. I do 5 grams pre, 5 grams post-workout. I do this testosterone supplement from Mars Men, omega-3s, Timeline for cellular health, and then I like doing some beef organs as a supplement. So yeah, gonna get this breakfast in and then work for a little while. And then workout number 2 today is gonna be about a 60-minute aerobic mountain bike ride. The air fryer, baby. What a great invention. Boom. Gonna cook everything in butter. I like cooking in either butter or we use this beef tallow quite a bit too. Those are done. On Wednesday, are you still planning to head to Aspen with us? How do you feel? You're pretty banged up today? Dang. That's crazy. Love you. Bye. All right, here's breakfast. One for me, one for Sterling, who's shooting this video, and one for Sarah. She wanted a little breakfast sandwich with Ezekiel English muffins. So eggs, bacon, rice, simple, delicious. Lots of protein, baby. We're at my buddy Mark's house. Mark is an amazing mountain bike athlete, and he has a V02 Max machine that he bought for his own use. I think Mark said his V02 Max is 62. He's 50 years old. I'm 44. My V02 Max 10 years ago, when I last tested it, was 63. We're gonna find out what my V02 Max is today. V02 Max is gonna be an indicator of how aerobically fit you are, and VO2 max also is an indicator of health span and lifespan. Generally, the higher your VO2 max, no other things considered, the fitter you are, and you want to maintain a higher VO2 max into your later years.
Let's pop the pedals off and put them right on the machine downstairs. Pull this guy down.
Yep, this thing weighs 20 pounds. You can just do bicep curls with it when you're not riding it. Do some tricep extensions. It's just, you know, perfect for all of these weightlifting movements. Yeah. The wall of S works. So you got, this is the Evo. You got the new one, the World Cup. You got the gravel bike, the road bike. Oh, you got a tarmac? Hell yeah. Is this new? Got it. Some Cherry Bundy, some more ketones, and then Timeline. Do you take that?
Is this the, I do, I just.
Yeah, cellular health.
And I love it. Is it the red pill?
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, since we're doing VO2 max testing today, I thought that would be a good one since they have all those studies on it. Yeah. I mean, this is pretty cool with the volleyball. Dude, you got a great setup. What road practice is here? So cool. And what is VO2 max telling you exactly?
This is gonna, think of it as the size of your engine.
Got it.
All right, this is the size of your engine.
And it's how much oxygen you can process per
milliliter per minute.
Got it.
In fact, I'll draw you kind of a chart. Okay, if you were to look at this, right? We look at a chart, and this is age down here, and this is VO2. Right? As we age, and this is going to look terrible on YouTube, but hey, whatever. So we know that there's a rate at which our VO2 will decline with age. We also know that there's a point of VO2, right? It's around 18 to 20, where when we go beyond this, it's hard to do daily living activity. This is where we really just don't even have the capacity, say, to go for a hike or you know, climb up a hill, go down to the mailbox. Right, so the idea here is with proper training, one of the things that we can do is we can slow down the decline.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
But the other thing that we can do for the general population that's never done any of this training, not only can we slow it down, but we may be able to raise the starting point up. And so now you have a situation where this person has a completely different lifestyle late in life. I aged 10 years, so theoretically, we should be lower. Over the course of 10 years, I went from around 50, 10 years later, now recently tested at 61.
Amazing.
So it's an indication of like really, we can improve these numbers.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
General population has tons of room for improvement.
What's an elite level? What would an elite level tour rider be?
Oh boy, you know, the tour riders, they'll be up in the 80s and 90s. We're gonna get this guy all set up here.
Cool.
I'll do all the talking.
Yeah.
Okay. I know you're going to want to respond to the questions I have, but what it's going to do is change your breathing frequency. Okay. So perfect. Yeah. From here on out, you're going to give me thumbs up and stuff like that. You're going to have 1 minute steps. The first 5 minutes are going to be super, super easy. Looking good. Remember to maintain good, steady breathing. Where if you just point to it, yeah, about 4. Perfect. Yeah, point to where we're at now. Perfect. 6. Yeah. 7. Good. Okay, good work, good work. You tell me when you're done. We've reached the peak here. Absolutely amazing test. Let me shoot this thing off. You can have the technicians, in the lab take a look at it. The numbers are phenomenal. Okay, no matter what, they're gigantic. We're gonna unsnap you right.
Oh, those suck. Man, it's never fun maxing out your heart rate. For me, it's more muscle endurance. Like aerobically, I'm so fit that it takes so long for me to get my heart rate high because I have that aerobic engine. So for me, it's just like my legs are burning. And like I know that's my weakness right now is muscular endurance. It's not heart rate. I gotta get these babies a little bit stronger and a little bit more muscular endurance and a little higher lactate threshold in my legs.
What I'm going to do is send this off to the lab immediately.
Cool.
Say, double check this.
How long do they take to check it?
Usually, I can get it back within a day.
Cool.
Right? I have never tested an athlete this high before, and I want to make sure I did it correct. Period. Yes.
Become cross?
Yes.
So yours never kicks back on you? Yeah, they told me that. Where do you have your set for the front, though?
It's stopped right
And that's brain, right?
Change the shifter here. Make sure people know I'm just a rookie,
100%.
man, a local hack. Sterling, good to meet you.
Good to meet you too.
All right, this is workout number 2 for today. A mountain bike ride in one of my favorite places, Salida, Colorado. I typically do zone 2 aerobic conditioning outdoors pretty much every single day. Usually just ride right from the house, but today my buddy Ty just picked up a new bike, the S-Works Epic 8. I'm riding the World Cup right now, which is what I raced Leadville on because the other one's getting serviced. Some of the things I love about cycling for aerobic cardio is it's low impact. Helps build my engine, helps maintain my engine for, let's say, a running event, a Hyrox, other things I want to do without putting the stress on my body that, say, running would put on it. Cycling for me, it also serves as active recovery. Out here spinning my legs, flushing out some of the inflammation from the morning CrossFit session. Mountain biking, favorite thing in the world because it combines skill with risk, with being outside, with anaerobic conditioning when you have to push up hills, with aerobic conditioning when you're just cruising. So it checks all of these boxes and it just provides a flow state like no other. You have to be completely in the moment so you don't crash, and I feel like that presence carries over into other activities. We're gonna ride for probably 90 minutes today just because we're in Salida and it's freaking beautiful out, and Ty's got this beautiful new bike that he's breaking in. Rusty Lung is the name of this trail, and we're about to go down Backbone. It'll be about a 15-mile ride today. So grateful to live in a place like Colorado. And then we're gonna scoot back to the house, do a recovery sesh, which I like to do in the evenings, and eat a great steak dinner, and then hit the hay. Rinse and repeat, baby. Good work, dude. Yeah, buddy. This is one of my favorite trails right here, Chicken Dinner. Fun, flowy, takes about 8 minutes to get down. Always go for the Strava segment on this baby. It's one of the fun things about biking, running. You get to compare yourself to everyone else on Strava who's done certain segments. I definitely have Strava on my mind when I'm riding a lot of these trails. It's tough to get a top 10 in Colorado. So many savage cyclists out here. It's got this little chicken hanging right here. Change your environment if you're stuck, because your environment will heavily dictate your reality. When I was living in upstate New York, I definitely did not have access to this type of nature, these types of amazing outdoor sports. So it's been cool to be in Colorado, where it's just like begging you to be outside playing in Mother Nature. Oh boy.
Chicken dinner.
Oh yeah, I always
Legendary chicken dinner.
go head to head with Mike Idala on this trail. He really wants to beat me down this trail, but I think he's still like a minute and a half back. Second place is always an option, Mike.
No.
All right, that's a wrap. Down Chicken Dinner, back into town now. These are all 14ers right here. In about 3 weeks, those will all be snow covered. Salida is at like 7,200 feet, so it's high alpine desert terrain. And this is called the Banana Belt, meaning I actually don't know why Banana Belt actually has anything to do with this, but the jet stream keeps this area more temperate than most areas of Colorado. So in the wintertime, it's generally a bit warmer than other areas of Colorado, and in the summer, it's a little bit cooler. So it's a great place to come and train pretty much year round. They do get a little bit of snow, but not much here in Salida. Fueling, if it's under 90 minutes, I don't bring anything with me. Not saying that's right. Could I benefit from maybe at least bringing some water with me? Probably, but I just got used to that in the Ironman days. If it's over 90 minutes, then I will bring fuel and electrolytes and hydration with me, like one element in a bottle of water. And I'll do about training like 60 grams of carbs every hour over 90 minutes. And in a race, I would up that a little bit, maybe 80 grams of carbs, 90 grams of carbs every hour. An 8-hour race, obviously I'm really focused on nutrition, but under 90 minutes, not really that focused on it. Don't really need anything. I can go at a zone 2 heart rate for upwards of a couple hours without it really affecting my ability to push without carbs. Did you get that? Dude, that Fit Truck video on Instagram has 11,000 shares. Posted it 5 days ago. Man, I wonder how many Fit Trucks there are gonna be out there in the world 1 year from now. I mean, our neighbor, she was all for it. She asked if we were putting it in our backyard. Sarah, can we put the Fit Truck in our backyard? I didn't hear a yes or a no. That means it's a yes. This is what my recovery routine looks like. I just did 20 minutes in the cabin sauna. My Sisu at 185 degrees. Now I am hopping in this ice barrel, which is set to 44 degrees. I'm gonna be in here for about 3 minutes, and then I'm gonna do this 3 times. It is my favorite thing to reduce inflammation and recover faster. All right, so that's the full day of training. Now we go to the Green Egg. We're gonna refuel with some steaks, some good conversations. Have my buddy Dom here, who's in from Austin, who ran the half marathon in Boulder yesterday and went 136?
136.
136 for his very first half marathon. He had a heart attack 1 year ago today, 26, how old are you?
25.
25
I had
years
it at 24.
old. 24, freak accident. He's up, he's running again, he's crushing life.
My man. Couple deadlifts, couple bench press squats, like it's way more fun.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, the Olympic lifting stuff can be fun too. Yeah, I played football, baseball, basketball for all those years.
Anaerobic.
Yeah, I mean, I've always been just like naturally like pretty strong, but like getting into like more aerobic endurance, even like high intensity stuff, like when I come work out with you and like do that stuff, like that stuff